So hi guys, it's Precious Bria. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got these beautiful press-on nails, and this will last me anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. Now the first thing you want to do is prep your nails. So I'm just going to start off by filing my nails. Um, Having this texture on your nails definitely helps the glue to adhere to your nail and the fake nail, or the press-on nail even better. Now I had two different types and I wanted to decide which one. As you guys can see, I decided on the square short ones because this is just my go-to look. I love the way this looks. This also has a little pop to it. You can't really see in the camera, but it does have a pearl shine, or it's like pearlish um, on the white tip, so that was extra cute. Obviously the next step is just going to make sure that you are choosing the right sizes for your nail. Definitely take your time when you're doing this step because this plays a role in just the overall look and aesthetic of the nail at the end. So be mindful of that as well. Another tip that you can do that I didn't really do is you can also reshape the press on nail so that it can fit a little bit better. I definitely would suggest doing that if you're somebody like me who either has like my nail beds are pretty big, or if you have smaller nail beds, it's just gonna, again, it's gonna help it last longer and it's gonna help the overall look of the nails as well. And once you get done with that, you just put those other nails to the side and then we will move forward. So now we are going to be going into our next step, and that's going to be dehydrating the nail. We're actually going to be using nail glue that you have to put under the UV light, and this is just, again, this is an extra step that you can take just to help the nail adhere better. Another tip that you can use if you don't have nail dehydrator is you can also just go in with some alcohol. I bought a set. It's specifically for Gel X nails, but I'll definitely link that down in the description box because I do feel like this does help the nail last a lot longer. And it's from Amazon. I think it was only about like maybe 20-25 bucks, so it's not that much. So definitely look into that. And I mean, I personally suggest that you do it because even if you don't use this set for like these type of press on nails, if you wanted to do like Gel X or anything like that, you can also use this little box for that. So this is the nail glue that it came with. um, you want to make sure that you're putting the nail glue on your actual nail and then putting some extra on the press on nail. And just be mindful not to put too much, because if you put too much and then you press down, it might come out on the sides and then you don't really want that look. But don't be too worried if it does happen because you can always file it down as well. I'll also include my electronic nail buffer or filer, whatever you want to call it, because that also is helpful if you are trying to get into the at-home girly nail little vibe or whatever. And this little nail UV light was so helpful. I've tried to put on nails using this technique using my bigger UV light, and it just doesn't hit the same because you have to be able to angle it correctly to hold it. That way it's actually like really on there, so be mindful of that. And then we're just going to keep on following the same routine and the same steps of applying the nail glue onto the nail, applying some onto the press on nail, putting an extra little glob on there so that it can really stick in it here, and then you just put it under the UV light. I would say you can leave it for about 15 to 20 seconds, because at the end we're going to put our entire hand under the UV light, and I'll link my bigger UV light as well. I think that was about $30 altogether, but again, you're going to be able to reuse it so many times. I definitely think that it's something that you should invest in if you're going to consider like doing your nails at home on a consistent basis. You can also use this UV light if you want to do just regular gel paint, which lasts a lot longer. I'm trying to not spend $120 every time I go to the nail salon. I've spent $150 and I get very, very basic nails. Like, this is basically the nail look that I always go for, and I either get white toes or French tip toes. I think it's ridiculous that we are now paying 120, 150 consistently. Like, it's just too much for me. So that's what, I'm a frugal girl. Shout out to the girls that like to save a coin, because that's me. Period. Um, and yeah, and it's not that hard. It takes time and it takes you getting used to the little technique, but it's definitely not a hard process at all. And I like this a lot better. At the end, you'll see me like banging my nails on the table and none of them pop off. Like, this really, really, really does help the nails stay alive. And I've done this before, and even when you try to take it off, the process of taking it off it's crazy because it's really on there. It's probably more similar to the process of taking off acrylic nails. So be mindful of that as well. And I'll do a show of how I take off these nails and how easy it is for me now. But yeah, this does the trick. Absolutely. So, as I said before, once you're done applying all of the nails to that hand, you want to put it under the UV light. I put it under there for about 60 seconds. Now we're going to just be filing and shaping it, just because these nails have that little piece at the end, and you want to make sure that it's smooth and that, it's looking how you want it to look. If you want to, sometimes I go in and I reshape it completely to just how I look, but how I like it. But this shape was already as square as I like it, so it's not too much. And as you can see, they already look so, so, so good. Um, so the last step that I do is I do go over the nail with some clear top coat gel nail polish. And this is what's really gonna pull it together and make it look like you went to the nail salon. Once you get done with this, you put it under the UV light one more time, and then boom, you are done. Now I'm showing you how it's not popping off, and I just did them. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I hope to see you guys in another video.